It's all here.
Trust but verify. It's too bad Corinthos didn't take the money. It would have been so much easier if we could have just hired him on.
Thank you for seeing me.
How long will you be in Port Charles?
As long as it takes to set up operations so that Pikeman can ship merchandise to Canada for further international distribution.
You're gonna handle it in person?
When you want a job done right and all that. Learned that the hard way with Forsyth. I also need to clean up that mess since he failed to handle Anna Devane.
Understood, but won't an extended absence be a problem for the director of the WSB?
There are several people.
That's the thing about being director. Only a few people need to know where you actually are at any given time.
You can run the WSB as you see fit.
Once I was able to oust Frisco Jones, the rest was easy. Anyone who might have been an obstacle has been transferred to a very out-of-the-way station, demoted, or left the bureau altogether. I'll have to fly to London now and then to keep everyone on their toes, but everything else, I can pretty much do remotely.
Speaking of obstacles, who is our priority? Sonny Corinthos or Anna Devane?
Both?
I have no preference personally, but why not eliminate Corinthos altogether?
Well, that option's still on the table. But only as a last resort. Corinthos has controlled Port Charles for decades. Now, removing him would create power vacuum. Now, the last thing we need is a bunch of crime families vying for control of Port Charles and its waterways. Next thing we know, state and federal law enforcement will be nosing around.
Exactly the kind of attention Pikeman has to avoid to get our merchandise to international buyers.
No, we're much better off securing Sonny's cooperation.
Except that hasn't really worked so far.
Well, money hasn't worked. Sometimes it doesn't. All that means is we find a different kind of leverage.
You ever heard of Pike?